I'm going to show you this booster plug which I'm going to be fitting here to my 2013 Triumph America. Now this thing here is designed to smooth out your throttle response. As far as boosting goes, it puts in more fuel, basically gives you a richer mixture. On this bike in particular, in between 2.5 to 3, sometimes 3.5, if I keep the revs at that point, in a lower gear, it's generally slower speed sort of stuff. It'll surge, you know, it'll sort of like this, it'll be hunting, it'll sort of, doesn't know whether it wants to drop down or go up, and it's probably, you know, within 500 to 750 revs that it's sort of alternating in between, which is a little bit disconcerting, especially in low speed maneuvers like hairpins. If it's going to be wet, even worse. So yeah, just a little bit jerky on the throttle sometimes as well. When you release the throttle, instead of sort of being like a sudden sort of drop, it's supposed to be a little bit smoother. So basically what it does is it tricks the ECU into thinking that the air temperature is cooler than it actually is, and enriches your fuel mixture as if it was like a cold start. So you might use a little tiny bit more fuel, but it is designed to smooth out the throttle and just make your ride a little bit more enjoyable. I've heard of some people reporting that it revs a bit harder, stronger, I guess because there's a bit more fuel in there. You might get maybe 1 or 2 horsepower out of it, but it's not meant to boost your power. But it's pretty cool. Here's the box. Ordered it from Denmark online, boosterplug.com. Last Sunday. It's now Friday. So what's that? It's like 6 days. So yeah, pretty cool. Inside the box, you've got this little thing here, which is one of those you know, things you wear over your face, or you know, little sweatband thing. You can wear it under your helmet or whatever. So they give you that. A little P ring. Release the power. So you get that. Instructions. This is the actual unit itself, with that thing there being the actual air sensor, temperature sensor. You just plug this in one end and plug it in the other, and too easy. They give you this little sticker, bit cheeky, and obviously you get other paraphernalia, some propaganda. Touriststart.org, looks like an app. Dream it, ride it. Yeah, so let's dive straight into it. Now, I've already unscrewed the last screw here. Just pop the seat off. Now, this is supposed to be really easy, so I'm just going to do it as we go. This plug here, we just pop that off. We plug this in between it, so we just cut off these little zip ties. So basically, what we need to do is to unplug this little one, and we plug that, by the looks of it, into this side. Yep, and then that goes back into that one, like so. Now we've got to try and get this over the snorkel here, so I'm thinking might need some zip ties and stuff, so I'm just going to tuck, might bring that back around over through here. Now the idea with this is you keep it away from the engine heat, alright, so don't go sticking it anywhere near where all the heat's going to be generated. I've got to try and tuck this back in somewhere. Where can we tuck that? Just like that maybe. Just in there like so. There we go, that might be alright. But this thing here, yeah, what shall we do? We bring it around and just sort of leave it there, basically. Sort of needs to go there. You don't want it touching metal either. So I wonder if I just put a little hole in that and whack a zip tie on it. So if I make a little hole in this, just I'll put maybe about About there perhaps. Over here. Do a little hole in this. It's not going to hurt it too much. The old steak knife. Pop through a zip tie. Alright. So maybe if I get all of that and put it in there about there. Bring her up. So about, you can sort of tuck that in down there and that'll help hold everything else down. Okay. So that's just over the snorkel hole. Alright, so let's, as the air comes through, it's going to be dragging in cold air. So it's going to be colder here than it is once it's inside. And the thing is, with the air injection and the O2 sensors, they all work together into pushing more air in and leaning out the mixture of fuel. So this is going to help richen it up. This little box here is going to trick the ECU into thinking that it needs more fuel and consequently smooth out the ride. Righto, so what I'm going to do now, just before I screw the seat off, is I've just placed it back on. I'm going to give it a start. Actually going to try a cold start. It actually hasn't been started at all yet. With the starter lever, it's not really a choke, but you know, it boosts the revs up. I'm going to leave that off and we'll see how it goes. And look at that, it's just idling like magic. That is really good. Sitting on around about 900 revs, and I'm really impressed the way it's actually started cold. Normally I'd have to pull that lever right out, it's got two positions. I would pull it out to the first last position and it would rev up to about 2 grand. And then I'd push it in a little bit and then I would eventually push it all the way in, and that would be about a minute's worth. Like this, just as it is. Mate, I was surprised. Alright, so now I'm going to go take it for a spin. I'll get you up on the GoPro and let you know all about it. So, how does the bike ride with the booster plug? Well, I can tell you that now, sitting on 2.5, just keep an eye out for this guy in front. I might chuck a left here actually. Previously on Drive for America, my revs at 2.5 to 3, it would just be continuously hunting. It'd be going up and down between 5 and 750 revs, you know, sort of hunting where to go. Didn't know whether to go down or whether to go up. And when you deaccelerate now, the engine braking isn't as strong. It's not as jerky when you take off the throttle. You know, it's just a smoother kind of deacceleration. Not as much popping either in the pipes. Oh, see, that was a bit, yeah, okay. It's not perfect. The thing is with this throttle is, I mean, it's obviously a mapping as well on the ECU, but the Triumph maps are notoriously skittish, you know, they're not really even and smooth. But this booster plug is definitely helping me out in that situation. So like I said, sitting now at these revs, that tachometer needle is going just nice and steady. In this range here now, it'll be up and down like a bloody yo-yo. So that's good, it sorted that out. I've got a slight bit more acceleration, a bit more torque. I guess I've got a richer mixture, so I've got more fuel. Let's try it on this one. So, on the throttle, yeah. Once you go through some roundabouts and some hairpins, that'll be the test. Yeah, it's definitely quieter on the exhaust. The backfiring isn't like it used to be.
I mean, I never mind it, you know, it sort of sounds like a hot bike, you know, but that was due to the extra air getting pumped in with the air injection system that's still installed on this bike. I haven't removed it, and the O2 sensors are still installed on the bike as well, so just got to watch the left-handers here, mate, because my bloody kickstand scrapes. But you know, yeah, no, it's a lot better doing stuff like that. I don't need to sort of brake and use the clutch like I used to going around corners. So let's have a listen to the deacceleration coming down a hill. Wow, that's quiet as. Yeah, no, that's a lot smoother. There's still that initial jerkiness, and I guess you just get that with an EFI bike, or maybe it's just this model and the throttle. But it's sort of almost like you haven't got anything up to 10%, and then it's just sort of 10% and it hits it and off it goes. Yeah, it's pretty smooth. It's a noticeable improvement, that's for sure. Chuck it right here, we'll see how we go on this one. Chuck it in at first. Righto, so clutch is right out. Yeah, she's pretty good. I would normally feather the clutch through there. Yeah, and she picks up really well too, so a little bit more of a boost in performance. Hence the name booster plug, although they sort of designed it not for that reason. They designed it to smooth out the throttle. I think I was reading originally they designed it for BMWs, for the GS 1200s and all that sort of stuff. Company's based in Denmark. So the Danes, Vikings, have engineered this. Now let's try a few more low speed manoeuvres. Alright, clutch is right out now. Yeah, no, that's good. Sometimes when I would change from first to second, I'd get a little bit of a pop in the exhaust as well. That seems to be eliminated. Watch the kickstand. Crack a left here. Still in second, mind you. Everyone's off to do their Christmas shopping, I reckon. Pretty much got mine sorted during the week, and a little bit yesterday. Yeah, just pull out, mate. Nobody seems to look where they're going these days. It's a bit of a jerk there. It's, don't know if I can eliminate that without doing a remap. But it's, yeah, that's one thing that it sort of hasn't eliminated. Thought it might have. So it's done a few things, hasn't done everything I expected. Oh, look at the flower, they got their flowers out. Wow, ours haven't come out yet. The old cactus flowers. So anyway, I think the mic's doing a pretty good job. Hopefully the buzzing isn't too annoying. I don't mind the setting as far as the voice cutting through. I think that's pretty good. So they said they were doing it on the Cove Road. So maybe let's just go and have a look. I think it's just that lane there. Okay. They really need to work on the main arterial roads, you know. So, gotta watch for bloody shoppers, man. The shoppers are out to get you. People backing out their driveways, getting their last minute Christmas shopping. Oh, gotta go and get the bloody presents. Oh, Jesus. So, yeah, I recommend it. if you've got a few issues with your EFI motorcycle, well, there was a bit of a pop then. Do you hear that? Just see if it's still hunting at 2.5. No, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I would say that I'm 75% satisfied with this, and perhaps even over time it'll get better. I will take the seat off actually and just double check to see where that sensor's sitting now. I might have to whack another zip tie on it or something like that. Okay. Oh yeah, sitting where I left it. So that's a good thing. Yeah, she's not warm or anything, so I think we're good. Oh, good.